We're the crew that sails the X-Street tides, with rum in our hearts and fire in our eyes. Stories and chaos, laughs that bite. We talk our talk through the stormy night. Raise that flag, let the colors spin. Every fool and legend come join in. No map, no plan, just destiny. It's rum and revelry. We ride the waves, we bend the rules. We're pirates, poets, and cosmic fools. From port to port, we set you free. With rum and revelry.
Oh, what's going on, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? Episode 2, Rum and Revelry. You already know. You already know. I'm your local pimp without the limb, Scuba Chew. And we don't got as big of a crew today, but that doesn't matter because it's the boys hang out tonight. We got
Yes,
Cousin
sir.
Vinny.
How's it going, everybody?
There you go. There you go. Hot dog. We got God of Mysteries on the bottom there.
Hey, should I put pre-workout in my cocktail?
What?
Can you?
And hey,
That
hey,
sounds
stream, hey,
dangerous.
Hey, everyone.
And then we also got the doctor in the house again, living like a doctor, Sir Jiggs.
Not gonna lie. If you do that, let me know. I'll write it down for the notes.
That does not sound like doctorly advice.
That's why I never said it was doctorly advice. This is just me being me right now.
He's being
Fair enough.
experimental, bro. Y'all know what time it is?
Game time.
It's party time, baby. But
Modelo
more
time, baby.
importantly,
It's Modelo time.
yeah.
There you go. There you
And
go.
it's also Advanced GG time, ladies and gentlemen. 10% off. It's Cousin Vinny at advancedgg.com.
Tell them about your sponsor, bro. Hype it up. Hype it up.
Shameless plug. Yeah, man. Advanced GG's good shit. Like I got my my welcome aboard kit earlier in the week. I'm enjoying some of it now. The sweet ramune flavor. Tastes like that little Japanese soda with a little marble in it. Oh my god. It's actually pretty damn good. Not gonna lie. But for real though, it's actually good stuff. Go to advancedgg.com, use It's Cousin Vinny at checkout, 10% off. Good
How
stuff.
many
Highly
flavors
recommend.
have you tried so far?
Just the 2 that they gave me. I'm planning on buying more. Right now, they are having a Black Friday sale. I'm eyeballing a cotton candy flavor in a tub, so might be picking me up some of that here later.
If we get enough people to use your code, what could happen?
Well, it'd be helping me out, help you guys out, stay energized, and
You may get your own flavor.
that's true. My own flavor, my own cup. That'd be cool as hell.
The flavor's got to be roadkill.
Roadkill. It's Cousin Vinny's goop.
It's because it's Vinny Goop. That's crazy. A cup
It's
of
gotta
goop.
be. It's like you want a cup full of goop. It's Cousin Vinny at checkout.
What's up, Lily in chat? And then I know we got a bunch of other people. What's up, Ruby? What's up, Jess? And what's up, Ashley Wolf? What up, fellers? All right,
I see a
so
lot of people joining in. What's up, y'all?
oh yeah, what up, everybody? So Vinny, you said that you had something for us.
Yo, yeah. So I got a few topics. I kind of want to take my time on them.
Go ahead.
Just let's spice things up a bit. So, I mean, we all love drama on the internet. I'm sure we all do. The Streamer Awards drama.
Ugh.
Oh,
Yeah, that's some fun drama that's going on. And you know what? This shit
I
happens
heard.
every
I.
single year, and like it's the same thing every year too. Like,
I heard
what
that was
it's not a
all
legitimate
a
award.
hoax shit.
Yeah, it's not even like a legitimate award. It's just the, oh hey, welcome to the LA Friends Awards, where we give awards out to all of our friends, and everyone else is quote unquote problematic.
But yeah, pretty much.
So
I don't know how it
what's
started, and
everyone
I
else's
don't know
thoughts
why
on it?
they were like doing that. But it seems kind of pointless. Not gonna lie to you.
No, it really does. It seems pointless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. It is a pretty pointless award show, but I think really the only reason why, like, it still gets held like every single year is just because everybody wants to be friends with QT, and like, as long as you're friends with QT, you're friends with the LA crowd, and if you're friends with the LA crowd, you get more, brownie points, you get more opportunities. Hence, they keep holding the streamer awards, get a bunch of sponsorships in, get a bunch of money piled in as well. Like, how it is.
That's
People being more fake for an
I
award
didn't know they
show
did
that a
it.
lot.
I didn't know they did it every year. I just like kind of
Wait,
forget
people.
about it, and
People being fake. Oh my god.
especially
That's crazy.
streamers being fake. Oh, I could never. Not here.
Oh shit. Oh man. But yeah, that's one thing. That's one thing that's been going on.
Yeah,
But
I remember seeing an XQC clip. He was looking at the different clips, and then I think it was Mario Kart came up, and it was like a trans streamer or drag queen streamer, something like that. Was playing Mario Kart, and that boy just started like side eyeing the
had
camera, like, bro, what
had
the
a
fuck?
1,000-yard stare moment. I think I remember the clip.
What one award that I do feel was deserved though? That boy Speed got Streamer of the Year. That shit was deserved.
Absolutely. I think Speed, he's honestly a great streamer. Like, despite like how everyone kind of feels about him, how wild he gets, bro really does put himself out there, especially with his USA tour that he just recently got done with.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
he
His
he's
USA
he's a
tour.
hardworking
He
dude.
just got done.
Yeah.
Wait, it wasn't his China tour that he just got done with?
That's
No,
what
he
I
did a
thought. I thought
whole USA tour, but I think he also did a China. No, he did a whole world tour at the beginning of the year, I believe.
oh,
Oh,
where?
Oh, we just lost
oh,
it.
there we
Oh,
go.
he's back.
He's back.
Austin came back.
I had no idea what happened there.
That's fine.
But yeah,
Yeah,
Speed
definitely deserved.
absolutely winning streamer of the year, 100% deserved. Yep, 100% deserved. And then I haven't really sat down and like really read all the nominations for stuff. But wasn't there like a kind of thing like a couple weeks ago that QT's friend, like, what was it? Vanilla Mace, like, basically threw QT underneath the bus for something that
Yeah,
wasn't really even bad to begin with, and then
yeah, sounds
everyone's
right.
like thinking was like, yeah, we'll put Vanilla Mace up for like a nomination just to get her back on QT's good side. But it's like, man, if she did you dirty, like, why would you want to still treat her nice? It's just like, what the fuck? It doesn't make any sense. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna treat you like shit. Oh, okay. Well, I guess. Thank you for being nice again. I mean, it just doesn't make
No,
sense to
well,
me. I,
that's
I
what
don't
I.
know.
Yeah,
Mm.
no, that's what I don't get. Is if that was the case, then there's like a ton of other streamers that they could have basically did the same thing to, but because they didn't do it to those streamers because they knew, they wouldn't get the same, reaction as they would have done with QT and that drama.
Yeah, but I think what this streamer awards is really kind of pointing out, and I think a lot of people are kind of opening the eyes to the whole like streamer culture in general, is just the fact that, hey, all these people that are getting nominations, except for like a few people, this is all fake as fuck. They're all basically like friends with one another, and a lot of more people are starting to open their eyes and realize how much of a joke the Streamer Awards actually is. And that's the one positive takeaway coming from that.
On
Which one
top
do
of
you think is more pointless, the Streamer Awards or the Game Awards?
Definitely the Streamer Awards. Granted, the Game Awards are fucking cringe because, I mean, what's that one dude's fucking name?
Who,
What's his
Matan?
face?
Whenever he went up there, he starts talking about Bill
No.
Gates.
No. The dude who constantly glazes Hideo Kojima every time he goes on stage. What's his name?
No, the only name I can think of is Chibi, but I don't think you're talking about Chibi.
No. Fuck, I'm drawing a blank.
Is he also like a game producer or something?
Something Keeley.
Hmm.
God,
Anybody in
well,
chat know what we're talking about?
the other thing I wanted to say was
What up, Jez, bro? What up, Pimpette?
hey, Jess. The other thing I wanted to say though, it also the latest streaming awards were fucking woke as fucking every way possible, and you can physically tell that it was also woke as hella.
As hell, why not as hell? Is there a difference?
I'm just trying to be fancy.
Jeff Keighley, is that the name you're thinking
Jeff
of?
Keighley, yes,
Our
Jeff
boy-
Keighley. That's
boy
the dude's
Ruby
name.
saving the day.
That name sounds so familiar.
Yeah, he's the dude that normally hosts all the like video game awards and stuff. And I mean, yeah. Bottom line, the Streamer Awards is probably by far the worst awards that you can probably just watch in general. And then
I was gonna go with
the
the Game
Game
Awards just in general.
yeah,
like,
the Game Awards. The Game Awards are definitely
Yeah.
fucking cringe, just because Jeff Keighley is definitely cringe as well. But I would honestly say
I mean,
that
there's
the
that, but also I don't know. I've never heard anyone vote for any of these things. And like whenever they put games there, they'll say that these games are up for nomination or whatever. No, like no one actually fucking plays them shits, and then they like change it last second.
Yeah, and that's just the general thing. But you know what? Since we're talking about video games, I mean, this wasn't exactly a topic, but that kind of reminded me of one. All right, so there was a thing that happened earlier this past week or the week before that Shroud was really wanting to push for Arc Raiders to win Game of the Years over Expedition 33. And let me ask you all this. Expedition 33 or Arc Raiders? Which one is the better game?
I've never played Arc Raiders nor Expedition 33.
I'll be honest, I haven't
Yeah.
played either of those either.
I mean, I've only played a little bit of Expedition 33, but I've watched a bunch of other gameplay of it as well. But I've also watched a lot of gameplay of Arc Raiders. And my thing
Was it like any good? Is it
usually-
worth getting?
I enjoy Expedition 33. I kind of want to jump back into it and actually do a stream and
What is
actually
Arc
do like a full
Raiders
play.
about?
Arc Raiders is like set in like a future apocalypse where machines or aliens or whatever takes over, but it's still basically at the end of the day an extraction shooter.
I see.
Expedition 33 looks like you're just battling a bunch of big ass monsters.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so at the end of the day, it's like a Final Fantasy type game. Like, you know, you take turns RPG style versus Arc Raiders extraction shooter. Basically a third person.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was
person
thinking.
Tarkov.
Ruby. That's exactly
But
what I was thinking.
Shroud is really wanting to push and be doing, I mean, this is a bad comparison, but it's basically doing the whole pirate software thing where really pushing people to be like, yeah, no, don't vote for Expedition 33 to win Game of the Year. And it's just like,
I think that's
like,
kind of
bro.
just a bullshit move.
it is a bullshit move because, I mean,
But anyway,
don't get me wrong, both games have their own audiences, but I don't look at games just how they are as they are, right? I kind of look at like the grand scheme of things as well, like the art style, the music, and stuff like that. And even though that both games are pretty, I would honestly argue that Expedition 33's art style, the music, the story is just vastly better than Arc Raiders.
So here's the thing. Let's go about so what are so could you so Expedition 33 is basically Final Fantasy, and Ark the Ark game is basically like Fortnite or Battlefield or Tarkov, right?
I was gonna say the closest thing would be a third-person Tarkov.
Okay. So that type of market and everything is saturated for Tarkov type games and stuff like that at the moment already. So I don't really see a point for another one to be released into the market for people to play and all that. For Final Fantasy type stuff, though, yes, it's kind of the same again. It's somewhat oversaturated, but there is room for new and better and more improved, just all around improved gameplay of that form and style,
Uh-oh. Yeah.
in my general opinion.
I mean, yeah, and that's also why I was kind of looking at it. I mean, they both those games share genres with like different other games, but ultimately it comes at the end of the day, like, what's your play style whenever it comes to games? What's your niche that you kind of gravitate towards more than others? But I would honestly say, just in my opinion, really, I think Expedition 33 is a much better game. And granted, we got a lot of pretty decent games this year. Like, we got a lot of good games. But I mean, ultimately, one's got to win Game of the Year, and honestly, my ticket's probably for Expedition 33.
I think what was it? The Donkey Kong game that was up for Game of the Year. Was that
Oh
released?
yeah, that was up too. Yeah, I heard that was also really good.
I again, there was another one of those things where I didn't know it came out till like 2, 3 fucking days ago. I heard
Mm,
no one talk about it, no buzz, no nothing, but everyone's like, "Yeah, Game of the Year." I'm like, "Really?
Mhm.
Okay."
Oh, I've
yeah,
seen games.
it's something with modern day like Nintendo titles that either they
Mhm.
come out and they're like really really good, but it's like not a whole lot of people talk about it, or they come out and they're just really big stinkers, but they still have such a cult following. The new Pokemon game is a prime example of that. It came out, it was a huge, I mean, I don't know. From what I've been seeing, like it's been a huge stinker for
Yeah,
a
that's what I
lot of
heard.
people, but I know some people are still they still love their Pokemon, so they'll still play it. Even though that the
Mhm.
new Mega Evolution for Victory Bell or whatever kind of just looks like a used condom, but that's just me.
Mhm. So there's a few games I noticed that popped up and around last year and year before it. One of them was called Outpost Infinite Siege. In my opinion, it's a really decent and well kind of all around well built game for what it's offering and everything. But there's not a lot of people that play it, and that's kind of where it's disappointing to me because it's a good game for what it's offering. Then there's a game called Tankhead, which is a town. Basically, you're in a future dystopian like Infinite Siege, but in this game you're tank, but you can take but you basically get a tank body and you can drive around killing other enemies, killing other tanks, and you have to get weapons, armor from the other tanks you kill around the area to defeat stronger enemies. And then you have a boss in every so often you have to face. It's another decent game that could use some work, but for what it is good. And I wish like those games had much more support and a big, very much more bigger community about them than they do.
Hmm. That reminds me of Escape from Duck Off.
Oh, I've
Oh
seen
my
that.
gosh.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
game the
a
game
lot of
looks
people
kind of
are
sick. I'm
really.
not gonna lie to you. I just haven't bought it.
It's literally just a ripoff of an Escape from Tarkov with ducks.
Yeah, like
It's
I'm fucking with it.
Yeah,
People are
there's
saying
another
it's what
game
Tarkov should
that
have been,
was.
but wasn't.
Yeah, there's a game that's
that's
kind of similar to that that's out right now. It's called Duckside, and it's kind of it's made by the same people who um made the game Deadside, and it's Deadside is a very niche game that me and some of my buddies got into like towards the very beginning of the year because that's when it kind of dropped for consoles. It was out for PC for like a couple years prior. But if I were to really describe Deadside, it was basically DayZ, but instead of zombies, you would had like enemy like NPCs just randomly walking around and staying at like places as well as like military AI. But it
Hmm.
was like a much easier version of uh DayZ. It was like a much yeah, it was like I said, DayZ Light. But it was just such a
Mhm.
niche game that unfortunately it died extremely hard. And I don't know if
Oh.
anyone's like really still playing it. It sucks because it just came out on consoles this year. And I was like, man, it was actually a solid game for like $25. But I mean, other than that, yeah, just like the whole like I feel like the animalification version of some games whenever they come up, just that goofy aspect, sometimes it makes it better. And Escape from Duckov kind of just proves that point. That within like it launching, it like had like hundreds of thousands of people playing it on Steam, and a lot of people scratching their heads, just like what the hell is going on?
Hmm. I think it's great how a lot of indie devs are coming out with shit that's like actually good, and the people who just make all these big box games are just like, well, I guess we'll just copy that, and then they copy it way too fucking late, and then their shit flops, and then they're like, well, it's your fault it didn't work. I'm like, yeah, okay, buddy, okay.
Yeah, the indie game scene has been absolutely killing it for years. Like it's like honestly since like like the
Oh, we
later parts
lost.
of COVID. Oh no, we lost the doc.
Up, he's back.
No, he's back.
He's back.
Yeah.
Welcome back. But
Yep.
yeah, I would honestly say just like the later part of like COVID, I feel like a lot of the indie games really popped off. Well, shit. Honestly, I would even say like even as the early part of COVID's with Among Us like blowing up as well as it did. And I mean,
Friend slops.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, the friend slop games have been the absolute best games. Like you got like even some of the games that came out within like the past year. You got RV There Yet, which is like a newer example of that. You got Repo, you got
Mm-hmm.
Peak, you got
Yep.
Schedule 1, you got Lethal Company. I mean, the stuff
Hold
keeps
on.
going
Content
on.
warning.
Hold on. I'm sorry to interrupt you both here, but we have someone saying it's rated about Expedition 33. It's rated at 98% by players and 14% by reviewers. Expedition 33. What is the point of reviewers if they are only rating based on rogue politics?
Oh, there isn't. That's why people don't listen to them anymore. Like whenever I see a game, and I very rarely look, but if I ever see a game that's rated poorly by reviewers, probably gonna go play it because we reviewers since Cuphead have proven that they just don't play games and they can't play games.
I mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm,
I mean,
mm-hmm.
the evidence is clear. Like whenever you get like people like IGN like playing games and they play it so poorly, they're like, did they just give the controller to somebody that has never played video games before in their life? It's just kind of like
Right?
that. And that's why I don't even look at like review scores. Like I don't look at like anything. I look at the player scores. Honestly, the players typically would have like the better opinion unless if there's
Yep.
like something going on like drastically that like really negatively affects the game where people would either review bomb it or whatever. But
Yeah.
honestly, I think a game that is like rightfully deserving its kind of downfall right now is the new Call of Duty.
I heard the campaign was like absolute garbage.
It's probably
I
considered
mean,
Bro, it was laughable.
It
I
is
mean,
very, very bad.
here's the thing about that. The Call of Duty had stuff that was actually really good, or like DMC. DMC was a basically zombie extraction shooter where you're surrounded by zombies, you have to get a few weapons, kill zombies, kill a few bosses, and extract. And you can meet other teams and things, and it was a really good extraction shooter for Call of Duty. But the new extraction shooter that they have is fucking shit, fucking garbage from what I've heard and from what I've seen. And you can only get access to it at the end
Well,
of playing the story mode, from what I've
Oh
been told.
wow. Oh jeez, no. Good
This is
lord.
one of the bosses or something in the campaign, dog.
Yeah, I was like,
What the
what is this,
fuck?
bro?
honestly, first glance, whenever I saw that for the very first time, I thought, "Oh my god, was this like a Destiny 2 mission or something?" But then I'm like, oh no, this is the new COD.
I thought they were doing
Oh
what they
god,
did.
it's like, oh
Which one
god,
was
they're
it?
fucked. They're
It,
fucked.
it was it was one Call of Duty, I think. Like, well, I don't know because they keep seeming to churn out Call of Duties. They had a really really good campaign where you get hit with drugs or some shit, and you start like seeing shit. That's what I thought they were doing with this, but it turns out this is just the campaign itself. Like
Yeah,
this is good
Yeah,
lord. What is
this
this?
is
yeah. Like, look at
this
this.
is.
Look at this.
I don't know if here's the thing, right? This what reminds this it reminds me of some shit in Battle. Not what it's called on Borderlands. Like this is that type of thing reminds me of. Like what the fuck am I playing? Am I playing Borderlands or Call of Duty over here?
Yeah, I'm kind of looking at this, and I just hear at the back of my head the whole like SpongeBob thing, where you had the one guy like be like, "Oh brother, this stinks."
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
bro, am I on drugs right now?
Oh,
Yeah, no,
what the
this is
fuck
bad.
is
This is
this?
really bad.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's
That
But no,
just
garbage,
but no,
dog.
it is as of right now. Um, review wise, it is the worst reviewed and worst rated Call of Duty title to date. And honestly, I think a lot of
Worse
us
than
were.
Advanced Warfare?
No, I think before that, I think it was either Ghost or Infinite Warfare that was considered the worst. This is now the worst game. I mean, let's
Oh,
put this into perspective, right? If you look at the Steam numbers for the past two titles, right? You got well, shoot, what was before Black Ops 6? Was it? It was Modern Warfare 3. Modern Warfare 3, whenever they launched with like more than 200,000 players over for Modern Warfare 3. And Modern Warfare 3, the newer one, was kind of shit, but it is what it is, right? Black Ops 6, whenever it came out, you saw numbers that were well exceeding 300,000 players, which they had a very successful launch, but then they started to do modern Call of Duty things with putting in IP slop and trying to be Fortnite and whatnot, and it kind of went to the shitter from there. And then you have Black Ops 7. The overall peak, I don't think it ever reached 90,000 all-time peak players for Black Ops 7.
Oof.
The numbers, they're hurting. Activision is really hurting, right? And then you look at Battlefield 6. Battlefield 6, I think, had an
I think
all
they're
like a
like
peak out.
200 something,
No, I think it
230
was
or
like in the
something.
400Ks.
Oh Lord.
That was like the
Hmm.
launch week. So yeah, Battlefield is definitely winning the first-person shooter belt this fall or this year rather, and it just really depends on what else they're kind of gonna do as the years to come to Battlefield 6. But like, here's the thing, right? Ultimately, at the end of the day, I kind of look at it like this: there was a point in time where they had really really low numbers. Activision and Call of Duty did, and that was like around the time that Infinite Warfare has came up. And if you follow me on Twitter or whatnot, I kind of make this comparison all the time, and I mentioned it in the past to like some people. what we're experiencing this year is very similar to around the time whenever Infinite Warfare came out and Battlefield released Battlefield 1 around the same time. It's like, do we want to have like a really futuristic like Call of Duty title with the wall running, which they don't have wall running this time, they have wall jumping. Different, I guess. Whatever. Or do you want to have something that's really grounded and it takes place in World War One?
No, fuck all that. Fuck everything. Fuck everything to do with Activision. What we need is Titan Fall 3, baby. Let's go.
Bro,
Yeah.
Titanfall 2, I'm not gonna lie. If y'all have ever played that campaign, dog, that shit almost made me cry. Whenever
heard it was
the robot
good
takes you
campaign.
out and he saves you, dog. Oh, I almost started. Oh, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm a grown
I
ass.
heard it
I
was
it was
almost
a
crazy. I
cried.
really,
never got a
really good
chance to play
campaign.
those.
Let me ask y'all this: what is the best
Yeah, I heard it was a
game
really good
campaign that
campaign.
y'all have ever played? Like all around, it was an incredible like story, experience, everything.
Damn. I'm gonna be biased when I say this.
Damn.
I'm a huge Fallout guy. New Vegas. It has to
Oh,
be New Vegas.
sir, you just
I still need to play that
gain
too.
plus 99 respect for me. Yes, sir.
I mean,
Like,
not
I'm
only
more mad that I got the game and then I launched it on Steam and then it just never worked and I could never get it to
like
work.
not
I'm
only
sad.
is it a solid game, but it has damn near infinite replayability.
Nah, the best campaign I think I've ever played. Actually, there's Kingdom Come Deliverance has a pretty good campaign as we understand.
Oh, that's an interesting
Um,
one. Haven't heard that in a while.
Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and
yeah,
Clank. Oh,
Ratchet and
damn.
Clank. Oh
W.
Ratchet and Clank
shit.
Deadlock.
No, Ratchet and
Mm-hmm.
Clank is a good one from back in the day, especially. And
Okay, yeah.
and you know, Clank, the actual main Clank games too, by themselves, those were pretty good. Especially when we were kids. But again,
I was also
Titanfall
very
2 was
the
probably the best one I played.
oh yes, yeah. Titanfall 2 had a pretty decent story from what I understand. I've never personally played it, but I've always heard it was a really good story.
Bro, if
I've
you
also
can
been
pick that
really
up,
partial in the
pick it
past
up,
to
bro.
the
It's so good.
yeah, I've also been partial to the past to the Mafia games like storylines.
Yeah, those were great. Those were great.
Hmm.
Here's the thing about Titanfall 2. Titanfall 2 it was ahead of its time, like far ahead of its time.
And now we
It
have
it was.
Apex Legends. Ugh.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Half of
It
these
was
games,
good whenever it first came out. When it first came out, it was
I
pretty
agree.
good.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And now
I'm
it's
stuck between
gone to shit.
Titanfall 2 and Horizon Zero Dawn. That was actually a pretty damn good game.
Horizon Zero Dawn was a pretty good game. I have to agree with you there, but the recent Horizon titles are kind of lackluster, and some of them contain quite a bit of wokeness in it.
Yeah, nah,
So,
dog. The first one, that especially that last boss when it's the huge freaking robot. Oh my lord! I think that took me like 10 tries to beat on my first
oh
playthrough.
wow, it took me one.
See, the wokeness never. It's just like how they portray them in the games. You know what I mean. Like, take what's a good
Mhm.
example? Take the Dragon Age series, right? Like the older Dragon Age
Yeah,
games, you had gay characters in there, right? And like they didn't make it like a big deal or a big focal point. You just happen to find out, oh yeah, they actually identify as this, or this is what they are sexually attracted to, and you're just like, oh, okay, all right, that's cool. And then you get the new Dragon Age game where they make it like a big deal and a big focal point in the story, and it's like unskippable, and you can't like the old Dragon Age games. You can be an absolute bad guy. In the new one, you can't. The worst that you can't be a bad guy. You could be a really edgy good guy. And it wasn't even like a good kind of edgy. And that's why I kind of see the whole Dragon Age like series kind of took a huge downturn whenever the whatever that new one's fucking called. I still
Nah,
remember.
I've got to stop you. The most disrespectful game that has gone woke. Tiny
Hold
Tina's
on.
Wonderland. Every
What?
character's gender was freaking changed, dog. I'm not even lying.
No, the most
I'm kind of
disrespectful
glad I
was
never played
Dude,
it
don't
then.
save your money. If you, even if it's for free, don't even accept it for free. That's just they're
Damn,
being
not
disrespectful
even
to you,
free.
bro. Nah, bro, not even
Well,
for free.
and that's a funny thing
It
you
ain't even
say that
good.
because it's like if I can go back to the Dragon Age thing, there was a point in time that I think it was like free for PlayStation Plus users. I'm like, nah, you got to pay me to even add that to my library.
Yeah, bro.
Damn.
Tiny Tina's Wonderland, disrespect to all the fans, bro.
okay. Okay, I was gonna say one or two other things. So I think we can all agree on, well, most of the games like Elden Rings and all that are pretty good. Um, Games that went absolutely fucking off the rails and just stupidly bad with their stories. We can agree. The Crew, the very first Crew, and the storyline was peak. After that,
That
it just
driving
went off.
game?
Yeah.
Never played it. I
Mhm.
heard it was good though.
The first
The
crew was
Crew
peak.
one
Everything after that,
was good.
What?
So this is what I got to
Wasn't
say
there
about
like a
all three of the
huge
Crew games.
problem with that game because they turned the servers offline or something?
Yeah,
it's still
last year,
happening.
March of March of 2024, Ubisoft shut down the servers for it, effectively making it a dead game. And it was because of that really like started the stop killing games movement, which as far as I'm
Oh,
aware of is starting to see
just,
traction.
yeah, just quickly talking about that. In the British government, I think it was like a few days, well, I guess maybe a few days ago now, but around the past 3 days, they in UK Parliament they're actually taking stop killing games pretty seriously, and a lot of people, according to what witnesses have seen on by when they were watching it, and they were seeing a lot of engagement from representatives and everything, and from the Parliament itself. There was a lot of engagement, so it seems it's moving forward. Would maybe not the way most gamers wanted, but there's definitely steps are being put forward now. It's starting to get ground in the
And
UK
which is a
Parliament.
good which is a good thing that this is happening because normally whenever stuff gets pushed element like this and eventually all this stuff gets passed, it usually resonates with the rest of the world. That's why like the whole like USB-C charger thing was a thing, and that's why a lot of newer electronics now take USB-C. It's just they made it in the UK as far and as well as the EU to make it standard that all electronics take that, and that's why it's now more of a popular thing. So if this actually gets traction over there and this actually passes, it's going to be a net good for everyone. But then, yeah, going back to the Crew games, right? The Crew games were actually pretty unique for what they were. They felt like the older Need for Speed kind of arcadey kind of style racers where you can crash into stuff, it wouldn't be a big deal. You kind of bounce off of things or slow down quite a bit. The
And never
first
police them stopping them
the
too.
first one, I will say, right, the first one, the only good thing about it was that it had a fully functional story and it actually had police. The second game of the series, The Crew 2, probably by
The
far the
story was
most.
also good in the first one. Um,
There hardly was a story in two, but the car driving in there, as well as all the stuff that you could do, was probably by far the best out of the Crew games. Because the Crew 1 and 2, you basically were racing around a scaled down version of the United States map, which was fucking cool at the time,
That's pretty
especially
cool.
during the Crew 1, back on like the last gen consoles. Just like taking the time to drive from like LA to New York, which granted it would take you about almost an hour to do, like legitimately without the fast travel system, and you're just like, this is really, really cool. But then the third one, yes, they have a bunch of newer cars in it, but the third one takes you out of the US, and I think they put you on like two of Hawaii's like bigger islands. Which, I mean, if you're into the Hawaiian like aspect and aesthetic and everything, that's cool. But kind of like the whole like US map kind of setup better. But that's just me.
Yeah, it sounds better. Yeah, like don't get me wrong, Hawaii is cool and all, but I mean, if you have a map this big already, and then to just scale it down to that, I mean, come on now, what the fuck are we doing?
Well, a second game we can
Yeah.
talk about, I'm going to bring up here, that kind of have a similar story to The Crew 2, but quite a bit different. It is Watch Dogs. So, the
Yeah, that
first
was good.
Watch Dogs, amazing peak. The second Watch Dogs, again, were pretty fucking good, and I would say it touches the peak aspect. Watch Dogs Legion. What the fuck happened?
I was going to say that even place in your neck of the woods too.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot there was 3 of them.
Yeah, I have no idea what happened to Watch Dogs Legion at all. To be fair, it had a decent to okay story. Oh,
See,
I
I've
will
never
give
really
it
sat
that. And
down and
go
I
on.
never really sat down games, so I don't really have an opinion on it.
I was a massive fan of the Watch Dogs game. I played I played both Watch Dogs and Watch Dogs 2. But then when Watch Dogs Legion came out, I bought it, I played it, expecting it to be good. But like, I'm gonna be honest with you, they had a lot of good things going forward. Sure, the map is really fucking good too. Sure, I'll give it that. There's a lot of things again, like I said, it's going forward. But all the extra content by Ubisoft and all this extra stuff, I don't think was needed that they've added into it. And the story mode was decent at best. Oh, you know, I don't know what happened, but Watch Dogs Legion now, and it felt rushed when it first came out too, due to a lot of things that were happening in it, and then they released a zombie mode, multiplayer zombie mode for it too, which was
Hmm.
I don't know why. There's just a lot of things that do with Watch Dogs Legion that kind of put me off the franchise. Sure, it had a lot of things going for it, but it also did a lot of things worse. Like I to me, I can't put a lot of these things into a bucket to make full sense. Then they also made a
Yeah,
Watch
definitely.
Dogs Legion, like another story for the main character from Watch Dogs 1 and 2. A separate storyline completely, like its own DLC in Watch Dogs Legion that you could play, which again, okay, sure, I liked it as the main character and everything, but the whole thing again with that one didn't fully make sense at all there either. Like there's just a lot that just didn't make sense and was off, like a long way off. And yes, some of it was woke. I can confirm that some of the stuff in that game was very much woke, but yeah, I it just kind of went down the hill.
Yeah, no, like I said, like normally woke stuff in video games doesn't really bother me unless if they make it like a main focal point of the story that for some reason they try to make sense, but it doesn't. Which thankfully I feel like a
Yeah.
lot of newer video games they're starting to realize that hey, this is not working anymore, so they're kind of dialing it back.
Anymore. I just feel like it didn't work at all. As soon as somebody got like the slightest hint, the slightest whiff, a little inkling of it, they were just like, "Nah, we're not playing it."
Here's the
Yeah, that's why I feel like
And I thought it was
that's
crazy
why I feel
that
like they're
studios were
dialing it a lot back.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I like how the studios were just like, oh yeah, we should back this because everyone likes it, and then no one likes it,
Hmm.
and they were just kept to try. It's admirable. It's admirable.
Here's
They
the
went
thing.
down with their ship for a
Fallout
while, but like, good
message
for it.
appears. Fallout message appears.
Mhm.
Everyone
Everyone just
just
like
I am
that. Like, that was
I
weird.
am going to say this before we move on from the Watch Dogs stuff. They can still save Watch Dogs, in my opinion. Watch
Are
Dogs,
they making another
it's
one?
very savable still. Even though it's from Ubisoft, they could save it and make it great with all the new things they've also put in and added in and made out of it. They could still make that game stupidly good, like they did with the first and second one. It's really just up to them. If they
well,
do release the Watch
unfortunately,
Dogs 4,
Like, but do you think they're really gonna do that though? Because
I
like
don't
they
know.
they put what was it Splinter? They put
unfortunately,
Splinter Cell Blacklist. They made that game was a banger, and then they just stopped making Splinter Cells altogether.
unfortunately, my hope in Ubisoft, ever since the whole shutdown of the Crew One, has almost faded completely. My faith in Ubisoft actually saving one of their main titles is just as much hope as I have with Bungie actually doing anything meaningful with Destiny 2, and actually making, instead of
Mm.
making Destiny 3, they're making a bunch of like dumb decisions with Destiny 2 and God Marathon. I think that's going to be a shit game. But that's a topic for another time. I do have another thing I want to bring up. I want your guys' opinion on it.
You want to see
All right.
something randomly funny before that?
What you got?
I don't give a damn. I'm about to steal this sign. I don't care. I'm about to steal this sign. I like that sign. I'm about to go steal me a sign just like that, right there.
What the hell?
All right.
But just saw a Chuck E. Cheese sign, bro.
Brother Solo Chuck E. Cheese. God. God. All right, though. Fellers,
All right, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Valve Machine, the Steam Box,
The GameCube.
Ooh, now you're
basically the
talking to my
GameCube.
street boy. Okay, I'm going to
What
take
are we
over
feeling?
this. If they release it, I know they're probably not going to release it. Our max is going to probably around $1,000 to around, when my in British money it'll be like 900 odd pounds or something around there. But I know they're probably going to release it around for $1,000. But if they release it at console prices like $500 to $600, let's be honest with you, it's probably gonna beat the PlayStation 6, the Xbox, new Xbox, if they ever release a new Xbox, which I don't think they're gonna do. It's gonna
Which I
it's
got
definitely
something
gonna
on that new
de-
X.
the PlayStation. It's gonna fucking change the market, and I can confirm you this with this new Steam VR headset. I'm an avid VR user, as some people know.
Oh
The
god.
new
Oh god. Me too.
and I used to use the Steam VR headset, the first one when it came out, and the controllers on that thing were fucking amazing. The headset itself was fucking phenomenal for its time. Now they're releasing a second VR headset that's meant to be way better than the first.
And it's standalone. No fucking wires. Has a dongle that
And
goes
it's
to your computer. Like, what are we talking about,
Quest,
boy?
Quest, and all these other fucking VR brands are gonna be shitting their pants. Never mind the consoles, fucking VR, and everyone who does VR,
Mm-hmm.
especially PlayStation themselves as well, are going to be shitting themselves.
I'm so excited for it. I don't know how much it's gonna cost, but I'm probably gonna get I think it's called the
I
Steam
have a
version.
good
Probably the
feeling
cab
how
before I
much
get
it's
the
going to
GameCube.
cost. I have a good feeling how much it's going to cost. Because
I hope it's not gonna
let's think
cost
about
like
it
90.
realistically. Scoob, are you able to pull up an image of the Steam box, the controller, and everything?
Yeah, let
You
me look it
mean
up.
Controller looks kind of ugly.
here's
I'm
the
not gonna lie to you.
wait, wait,
Yeah,
wait,
the
wait.
controller
Here's
is
the
basically goofy. It kind of honestly looks like the Steam fucking handheld, but without the screen and like the
no.
Yeah,
touchpad.
What it reminds me of is a PlayStation 4, no, PlayStation 5 controller reconfigured.
Yeah, it looks like it's like if like China actually made a PlayStation controller instead of Japan. Like that's what basically what the Steam like controller looks like. Here's my understanding. Yeah, like yeah, it's basically a GameCube with a yeah. I mean, I kind of do like the look of the VR set.
yeah.
Here's my
Here's
opinion
the thing
though,
about
right?
the VR set, right? Real
But
quickly.
What's
do you
really
know what I'm most excited about for this thing? Custom zombies, baby, on console. This is the
not only
first
that,
console to
this
allow that.
yep, this is
Well,
also going
no,
to
it's
have
a
like custom
piece.
face plates that you can change out on it too.
Yeah, I
I
saw
Oh,
don't
that.
know if it's like
we
3D
go
printed
about
or
It's gonna be
whatnot.
fire.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be fire. I think there's also gonna be downsides. This is my prediction.
oh,
All right,
so
here's my predictions. I think this is going to be probably equivalent to that of a PC that's probably mid range, maybe like mid high at best. Granted, it has full Steam integration, so I mean, you get all your favorite friend slop games, all the kinds of other games. There's RuneScape that's on there as well, so I could play RuneScape on a console and be happy about it. Look, I know that there's going to be some people that are going to be worried about the specs and price wise. I'm going to take a wild shot in the dark that, yeah, I think it's going to probably cost anywhere between like 800 to $1,000.
nah, like unlike, but here's the thing, right? Hear me out. I've seen some reviews about the Steam. I
My
forgot what the
Linus
name.
Tech Tips actually got a hold of it. Watch the
But
video.
so I've seen some stuff about it. It has three. It has like six antennas. Three of them are for the Wi-Fi and everything. Then one of them is for the Bluetooth. So each one holds like two antennas. Three of them, I believe, is for the Wi-Fi. Two of them in one of the corners is for the Bluetooth alone. So even if you don't even need fucking Bluetooth dongles or anything for this thing. That you just don't need them. It already has the Bluetooth and Wi-Fi built in,
Neat.
and it's better than what PlayStation has already. Some of yes, you can't modify it as much as you can a PC. It's like a console in that sense, but I believe unlike Shit Station and Shit Box, with the
Which,
Steamware,
from what my
with,
understanding
with the
is, the new
Steamware, you can
Xbox that they're planning
replace.
on building. Sorry, yeah, sorry about that. I was gonna say, which,
Yeah,
from what my understanding is, I think Microsoft, what they're doing with the next Xbox is basically doing almost the same thing of what Steam is doing with their system. I think it's going to be like a console PC hybrid with full access
one
to
minute.
like the Xbox
Mhm.
like game store or whatever.
Yeah,
That
let me
yeah,
finish what I was saying.
yep. Go on.
Unlike I was saying, unlike the shitbox and shit station, they allow you to take it apart so you can replace the SSD in it, and it's compatible with both type of sizes of SSD, the small tiny SSD cards to the big SSD cards. It's
Mhm.
compatible with both, and they allow you to do it. They physically let you do it.
It's kind of like, I'm not gonna
Yep.
lie, we're getting a little dystopian here, where it's like you buy something and the company's like, no, you can't do that. Like, brother, I bought the damn thing. And you're
Oh,
telling me that I can't mod it? Like, I'm glad
Yeah,
that they're letting us do it, but at the same time, you're letting me do something with property I bought. Shut the fuck up.
yeah. I
here's the
think I
other thing
remember
about
like
that.
whenever the PlayStation 5s like first came out, there was a private company that they were actually selling custom like front and back plates for your PlayStation console, so that way you don't have to be stuck with
V-Brand,
the white. You can have
V-Brand
like
was
different
doing that.
colors and stuff.
Mhm.
And then Sony's really quick of shutting them down. It's just
I
like
mean,
Yeah.
you can buy that stuff on like Amazon too.
No,
exactly.
V-Brand is still doing it, but they had to remodify it, but so they look a lot less cooler, but you can still get them. But yeah, the company you're on about was D-Brand. And another thing about let's talk about the Steam Deck when it first came out real quickly. I'm gonna just mention this. They lowered the cost of the Steam Deck purposely for people can buy it because the Valve knew they could make a profit back by just keep on selling video games as they've been doing. If they do the same shit with with the Steam Cube and VR headset,
I
like
like
that's
that
gonna
name.
be another ball game entirely.
The Steam Cube. I love that name.
And
But
that's
yeah,
not the
like
thing I wanted to
You
talk about. I'm sorry, I'm taking over the conversation.
no, you're
But
good.
there's one.
I was just gonna simply say that if I remember correctly, I think I was reading too that it actually comes in two different like memory sizes. I think there's like a 500 gig like memory one, which obviously there's not a whole people that are gonna do like buy that unless if they're like want to go as cheap as possible. But I know there's also a 2 terabyte memory variant as well.
Mhm, mhm.
Oh, okay.
Here's the other thing. Here's the other thing. I'm gonna say this. With how repairable the Steam Deck is, and most of Steam stuff when they release it, or how easy or quite other than the VR headset they release, that's a bit more difficult to repair. But it's because it's VR head. But with the Steam Deck specifically here, with the amount of repair and the Steam Deck is so repairable that anyone could basically just go on what's it called site and buy the components to repair it. It is that easy to repair. If they do this kind of for the Steam Cube, if it's the same type of thing with that too, and it's very easy to repair or maybe even modify if someone figures out how to modify, which I bet someone will,
Yeah.
that it gives a whole different ballpark to consoles and PCs for an entryway. And
Now,
again,
now correct me if I'm wrong though too, but I know Steam has been working on its Steam OS system for a while now. Now,
it's
does the
been
Steam
working
Deck,
for like but yeah.
yeah, does the Steam Deck have the Steam OS in it, or does it run off of like
Yeah.
some sort of like Windows
It
OS?
runs on specifically the Steam or their own like Steam OS, but at the same time, with the Steam Deck is like a very miniature PC, and that's one of the things they use in the
Yeah,
branding. Or the Steam Deck is kind of like a very mini PC, so you could use a Steam Deck kind of like a
yeah, because
PC,
I
even
yeah,
though it's
and that
not
was one cool
exactly like
thing
a
about the
PC.
Steam Deck. And as far as I'm aware of, like as far as like the Steam OS goes, like I think once the Steam box comes out, like it's gonna be like the full like Steam OS like launch whenever that releases as well. Whenever that is, sometime in 2026. They're gonna announce it. Who like sometime in the early part, but we'll see. I'm really
Oh
hopeful
no, they're
about it.
not even needing to announce it. The thing is, they can just. There's something on. I'll be sharing my screen in a second. 1 minute. Application window. This share. Um, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but this is basically Steam OS. Why? But this is called this big picture mode on your PC. When you download Steam, you instantly get access to basically what Steam OS is kind of gonna be. And this is this is just a small part of it, the most updated it can be for. But you can access this just directly from Steam already.
Yeah, nice.
And this has been out for like ever. It wasn't that good back in the day, but they've been improving and improving and improving ever since the first like Steam box. The Steam box they did at the very beginning when Windows 8 was kind of fucking shit. Ever since then, they've been improving and improving and improving it, and you have this now.
Oh Lord, turn that TV down, brother. I hear beep 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 beep.
Oh man, yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm switching back over to my headphones because I don't have this fully set up yet. So, yeah.
All right, slight segue.
Fellers,
Have you ever heard of Voodoo Donuts before?
Like the place called Voodoo Donuts?
Yeah, it's like a chain. Have you ever heard of it?
I think I have like in passing, never been
I
there.
have not, but I am probably gonna have to pop out of here, you guys.
All right,
Family
fella.
just got home, and yeah, I will chat with y'all here later.
All right,
Okay.
go ahead and plug your stuff, fella. Tell them about the Advanced GG.
Yep, go ahead and order some advanced GG. Good stuff. Keep you energized. Keep you focused. Doing whatever you need to do. Use its cousin Vinny at checkout, and follow me on Twitter. Follow me on YouTube. Like and subscribe all my stuff. And yeah, keep staying cool, y'all.
All right, fella. See ya.
Yep. See you, fellers.
All right, so Voodoo Donuts. So I tried them for the first time this week, and I want to show y'all some of these donuts real quick. So, I'll show you what I got. I got this right here, the strawberry go tart. That's like a Pop Tart, bro. 10 out of 10. When I tell you that I was licking my lips, that shit was good, bro. They got the bacon maple bar. Apparently, that's America's greatest donut.
Yeah.
And then you get all these random donuts, cool looking donuts, M&Ms, sprinkles, all that, and then you come right here to the bottom and you get the cotton balls.
So here's the thing. I am annoyed at you because you didn't go for Krispy Kreme donuts. You already betrayed Krispy Kreme. You can never have a Krispy Kreme donut ever again.
Krispy Kreme is nothing compared to Shipley's donuts. Don't even try. Crispy is garbage compared to that. Like
I
Fuck
just
you,
don't like
man.
Krispy Kreme at all. Like
Krispy Kreme is
they exist or don't.
garb.
Nah.
You probably don't even know what Shipley's is, do you? Got a mysteries?
Well, no shit, Sherlock. I live in the UK after all.
Do you, Jigs? Do you know what Shipley's is?
No. I don't even know.
Oh, you're missing out. You're missing out. You're missing out. Oh my
I mean, I
goodness.
guess. So we got tons of donut spots around it. And like the best one that we got is called Sugar Shack.
Hey,
Sugar Shack?
doctor, where do you live again?
Me? Oh, I live in the
Yeah.
US.
US? Ah, I see, I
I
see.
feel like we're in like different spots in the US.
Yeah. I'm in the UK, so I'm nowhere in the US, so. So yeah, there's arguments between you two now.
So what do you think about that cock and balls donut?
It depends on how big it is.
Here, I'm
I mean,
in the description. Did they say it on that?
obviously you would like it, Scoob, but let's be honest.
Hey, it's got Bavarian cream in it.
Of course it does. It has to.
Oh, that's beautiful, bruh. That's amazing. They got blunt donuts too.
That's all that. That's kind of funny. Like I'd fuck with that. I don't know if I'd like it, but I'd probably get one for somebody. Fuck it.
Jigs, did you have a topic about VTuber stuff?
I did, and it was weird.
It's weird.
like-
Let's see how weird we can get.
So let's see if this makes sense to you because I'm gonna run it by you because I could be wrong. I could be wrong, right? Perfectly fine with that, right? So I made a joke as I do. I'm a resident shitposter. I do it online all the goddamn time. So I made a joke about me being molested as a child, right? Classic trauma joke, right? Classic, right? So tell me what this dude, or whatever it was, pops into my goddamn DMs and is like, I can't believe you made that joke. I'm like, what do you mean? It was like this joke. I'm like, oh yeah, that was a banger. That was actual fire. That was heat right there. Did you like it? The person was like, hell no, that was awful. I can't believe you would make jokes about that. That's offensive. And I'm like, offensive to who? I'm talking about me and my experiences. And they're like, back and forth, yada, yada, yada. I was just playing with it because I had nothing better to do at that time. And like, I'm definitely like, who goes to work to work? Let's be real here. Like, definitely not me, right?
Hell no.
Yeah. Like, so at the end, it was like, it sounds like you're just jealous that you weren't a fuckable kid. Like, but he's like, he's still mad at me though. Like, I said something wrong. Like, brother,
I
I
think I
understand.
think the problem is that everybody's the main character in their own story, and
Right?
so they feel the need like, oh, he's attacking me, and it's like, bro, use your brain, dog. I don't even know you.
Yeah, I was like, I'm talking specifically about me. I don't understand how me talking about me offends you. Like, that doesn't, what?
And it's like, what are you
Oh,
gonna change? You're not gonna change
Also,
my
people
mind. You're not
hand
gonna change my joke.
also,
It's already out there.
yeah, like,
also
what
people
are you going to
handle
do?
trauma in different ways. Like like, are you gonna stop someone from handling their trauma in the way they handle it because you take offense? That's kind of stupid.
And I also feel like it's really strange. Like, I don't understand, like, I don't understand the thought process that they have. And I kind of want to get to, like, the bottom of it. Because it's like, it's fascinating how someone can go out of their way to be offended for someone else at all. Like, what are you like? What? Why? How do you do this? Like, do you feel good about it or something? I don't know. Because I mean, right now you're literally in my DMs at like 2 o'clock on a Tuesday for some reason, yelling at me for something that I said. Like, get a job, bro.
Go, yeah, literally, go get a job. You're upset about what? Like, just move on.
Never
I'm never
mind.
gonna talk to you again after this. After whatever you comment you want to tell me, it's not like we're gonna talk every day. Like,
Never
what are you
mind.
gonna
Get
change,
a
dog?
job. Never mind. Get a job. It's get a life.
Yeah, right. And I think the worst part about it is when he came in, started talking his shit or whatever. I decided to like look through just his public profile. I just decided to look just through the stuff that he's posted that everyone can see. Tell me why this dude is just wishing rape on people.
That's nuts. And then he comes to you talking about that it's
Yeah,
wrong for you to make a joke.
I don't understand. I don't get it. What is what? Where is
It's
the
called
dis?
it's called rules for thee, not for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, probably. I just how does that come across someone's head to do things like this, bro? And it's never. I hate it. I hate it.
It's
And it's
because
just
they want to make them feel good about themselves, and they only want to make sure they seem to be the good guy or they're the better one in any situation, even though they don't understand the fucking situation half the fucking time.
right, and nothing that they say makes them look like the good person. So it's like I don't. What happened in your life? Because at one point I feel like I should hit this guy back up and just be like, "What happened to you? What made you this way?" Because like everything you're saying is 100% antithetical to what you're doing. And I feel at first I just thought you were stupid, right? You're just retarded, right? But apparently you just
But yeah, boy, just I don't know, retards, bro. Just like you said,
right.
retards. That's literally the only word you got for it.
Yeah, and also I don't know what it is, but recently just on VTuber Twitter, people are committing career suicide just immediately. They'll have a terrible take, they'll double down 10 times, and then they'll wonder why everyone's shitting on them. And then they have one of three excuses after it.
So
Oh,
basically,
joke
pirate
or
software
whatever.
mode.
What?
Basically, pirate software mode.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. It's like, yeah, one is either, oh no, I was joking, you guys don't get it, or I'm in the hospital, you can't be mad at me, or Palestine. Those are like
North Palestine.
yeah, literally those are like
Ah,
the
yes.
outfits they go with, dude.
Ah, yes. Let's be sad for Palestine, where and support the terrorists in Palestine because they are not doing nothing wrong.
Yeah,
Obviously, that's fucking bullshit. If they had the facts fucking straight, they would fucking understand that what they're doing is fucking wrong and could get them fucking put in prison if they're in the USA or UK or anywhere else in the world that actually, you know, fucking puts the law down.
yeah, it's pretty much they would be in jail in any place that God pays attention. So it's just
Mhm.
definitely not there. I find it so interesting that people are so quick to be like, oh yeah, I don't like X, Y, or Z. Everyone is like the first off, the you don't like you not liking X, Y, and Z, perfectly fine. But the reasons make no sense. And then after that, you're going out of your way to make other people who like that thing or don't like that thing feel bad.
Half of the
Why are
time,
you
they don't even understand what they are saying. No, no, the fucking reasons why. Anyway, they're just following something because they think it's gonna put them in a good fucking circle.
right?
Which it's not. It's putting you in a fucking so goddamn terrible circle that eventually there's gonna be something that happens to you, and I'm gonna be honest with you, it's probably gonna end up in prison or something worse.
Right?
If it, especially if these people keep on acting the way they're doing.
Right? And they're so quick to advocate for violence and shit. Like that. I
And
was
then they're
it
like,
was interesting too.
it's two sides, it's both sides, it's
Yeah.
both. Like, what? No, it's fucking not. It's 10 times worse than one than it is on the fucking other. And there's just been, and if you look down in history, it's always been 50 times worse on one side, which is mostly, or most of the time, fucking the left, than it is on the fucking right. It's always somehow 10 times worse on the left than it is on the right if you look through history. There is more violent on one side than there is on the other if you actually look and document everything.
It's kind of funny. It's almost like the people on the left started a hate group directed at one group of people after that certain group of people got rights. Crazy. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But I do find it weird that people are doing that. And also, I think the last thing I'm going to talk about because I find it funny because they do all of this all at the same time in like one post. They start throwing around words that they don't know. I think
Uh oh. He let
Uh,
me sentence.
Up,
yeah,
he's
right.
back.
That was
So
weird.
what were you
That was
saying?
weird.
Yeah, it's weird because like I'll lose connection, but I can still hear everything. So I'm like, did I really lose connection? Like, what's going on here? But yeah,
So what were you saying?
they start throwing around words that I don't know. And the thing is, these aren't even like ridiculous words either. You know what I mean? They're not huge words. They might have like 5 syllables at most. I mean, you probably can't spell them because you're sub brick IQ. But like, I'm gonna tell you something that happened the other day. Thought this was amazing. Somebody was talking about how they didn't like this character because this character looked like another character. Pro tip: they didn't. They looked nothing alike whatsoever. And at first, I thought this was rage bait, and I went to the comments and I looked, and it turns out this person is 100% serious. So either they're blind, so I don't know how they can see anything, or uh, well, I don't know. I can't even really make up anything else. It just doesn't.
They
There's
got someone
logic.
reading it to him, and then they reply for him.
Yeah, essentially. And like, I'm just like, I don't know how you see what you're seeing, but you're just objectively wrong, right? And this is and remember
Are
the,
you on
the two
about what
characters.
happened? The left has historically always been socialist and communist. They kill lots of people to keep their shit in power.
Well, yeah, they
True.
have to.
Very
Yeah,
fucking true.
yeah, like they have to. There's no way that anybody with logic or common sense is going to go with any of that bullshit.
Also, I'm just gonna say this. One, raise the colors. Two, make America great again. Three, make the British Empire great again.
minus the slavery. Yeah, yeah.
We abolished slavery. What the fuck you on about?
You said make it great again. I know some people are going to take that a little too far because I know people that do.
Oh, I don't give a fuck. I swear down we need to bring back slavery for some people.
It's
That's a joke. That's a joke.
I mean, like it sounds terrible, but like if everyone who couldn't pass just like a common logic test was just like forced to work in the mines, I mean, would you really care? Because I mean, at that point, they're too stupid to care about it. Like, I mean, let's be real here.
I mean, when it comes down to criminals and everything like that, using criminals that have that for like that sort of stuff, then sure, I guess.
I mean, hey man, whatever.
But when it comes down to actual slave labor, then nah. But if we're talking about if we're punishing criminals and stuff like that, well, yeah, we can use them for free work. Why aren't we doing this? I believe this is a good way they should spend their time, working for their freedom, learning how to, properly live, properly work, you know,
I
you
mean,
know,
I guess I
all
can see
that.
some of that, but like the thing is, you're better than me. I'm a lot more extreme when it comes to that. Like, it depends on why you're in jail, right? If you were just
Oh, if you murder or rape someone, you should
somebody,
have the death
yeah, right.
penalty.
Exactly. Like if you were selling pot or something and you got like 5 years, yeah, whatever. You can get like a nice cushy jail job. It doesn't matter. But like if you touch a kid, I'm telling you, you're working in the fields. You're a slave. You're not coming back. Like I don't care.
You're picking. You're. I'm sorry for if I know for this will sound racist, but you're picking cotton in the cotton fields if you
Oh,
fucking
100%.
sexually harass like children or anything of that sort, and if it's rape or anything, worse than just sexual harassment, like death penalty. Like
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
it goes from one, then step two, then step three, and step three is that's where it ends. Like, oh, you commit step three or anything, and it's like not all like murder, right, or anything. Like, oh, that's it for you. Like, you're gone.
yeah.
Like you've hit the bar. We're sending you to God. He can deal with you. He can judge you and do whatever he wants to you. It's over.
No, I'm not even gonna lie to you. What Lily said's on point, the wood chipper. But also what you said, I'm not sending God. I don't want God to have to deal with that type of riffraff. He's got too many prayers to answer. We're putting that man in feet first. We're gonna take his soul and put it wherever we need to. He's in internal bondage. Like, get out of here. Ugh, disgusting. You're terrible people. Go somewhere. I don't know why people are like that.
Mhm.
But Scoob, what do you think? Slaves? No. Yes. Based.
Uh,
They knocks on all watches us and it's like, what the fuck?
my boy Abraham Lincoln had the right idea. That's where I'm gonna leave it.
Oh no, here's the thing about like if we're going into a bit of politics, like half of the British citizens' rights of defending ourselves and all of that and everything have been taken away from us, which I think is fucking appalling. None of this, none of everything that we had to protect ourselves have been taken away. I think none of that should have been taken away. I think reality is that should have been, maybe a lesson or two, maybe a little month of training, like schools or something, to teach you how to use to use things properly. Just a lesson for like a few weeks in class for like 1 or 2 hours per week to teach and train on how to use and what when it's the right to use these type of force and everything like that. Other than that, I think from banning guns, knives, anything that we can protect ourselves with is stupid.
No, I mean, fair enough. I get that. I get that. I understand your perspective. Here's a counterpoint, though, for you. Again, you're from the UK, and I know, my boy Scoob's gonna understand this here, but I'm an American. Okay, so if I feel threatened in any way, whether I'm in public or not, and there's an actual credible threat to my safety, or my friends or my family's
I
safety,
am not arguing that.
Yeah,
well,
they
I
they,
am not
they, they gonna get the
arguing.
I
pop
see.
pop.
Here's the
I
thing.
see what
I
you're.
am
I'm
not.
just not doing
I
classes.
I am I am not arguing that it should be illegal. I'm saying I wish we had that. But what I feel like we should have had is, make some training to teach younger generations on how to use it responsibly, respectably, if they have that type of, you know, if they have that type of protection on them, so they don't just go willy nilly. Like I think you can agree, they should be taught in school how to use it properly, without using it willy nilly or popping just some random person just because they insulted you on the streets.
Yeah, and that's where it's gonna get like super difficult.
That's the only thing I'm saying. Other than that, I'm saying we should have all this protection that the US has, that every citizen has in the US, from castle rule, for your houses and everything,
Mhm.
to guns and knives and criminal. We should have that in the UK to protect ourselves. And the UK is meant to be a high trust society, but the way everything is over here is so goddamn shit that even I want to leave
Yeah.
for the US.
When did they take your guns from you guys anyway? When did that happen?
Like years ago. Like years and years and years ago. Before I was even born.
Huh? And just like no one fought back for that.
I have no idea.
Damn. Because I know they did that in Australia in the 2000s, earlier 2000s, I think, something like that. But either way, that just sounds horrible. Not being able to have what you want,
We can't even have fucking
when you
pepper
want,
spray.
where you want. Really?
Yeah, they
I thought it was.
made pepper spray illegal a few years ago. And it's like, why? Why? Oh, so we can't protect ourselves with even the most basic of things? Like, so you're gonna say a woman is walking around on the street, right? And a guy, doesn't matter where he's from or anything, attacks her. She doesn't have anything to protect herself or anything, so she's gonna and this man is obviously stronger than her, so she's gonna get fucked up, probably murdered, or it could be just beaten up, robbed, stolen. If she had that protection, at least she could, turn around and, have the chance to protect herself. But
Right.
no, they don't even have that. And you hear from women all over the UK that they're scared to constantly go outside. And it's not just women, it's men as well. Well, they are kind of afraid to go outside if they're not really in groups of people and people that know they can protect them and each other because of everything that's happening in the UK. That's how bad it is over here. And I'm the type of guy to walk alone in the streets because I have no one to walk with or to be friends with in the UK in real life. I have friends online on, like you, Scuba, and you, Doctor. But other than online, every time it's night outside, every time it's dark and I'm going clubbing or I'm walking outside, having a bit of exercise, getting some fresh air under the moonlight, because I do like to have my strolls in the dark. It's kind of, ooh, spooky me. But I don't have any protection, so most of the time I'm kind of a bit nervous and scared in case I get a fucking attack because I have no one there to back me up. So
Huh? I knew it was bad. I just didn't realize it was that bad. But also, like, Lily was talking about some of the actors from Bridgerton got attacked on her way to an audition. I wonder if is she okay? Did she die? Because I heard something about something like that earlier today, where some lady.
I have no idea. There was have you heard about the train attack that happened in the UK? There was a train attack a few weeks back, and the only thing they all got pushed into I believe it was the end or first carriage of the train, and the only thing they had really to defend themselves was a few fire extinguishers and a bottle of Jack Daniels that a guy just bought from the shop. That's the only thing they had to defend themselves with.
So, like, what is their solution though, or do they have a solution?
They don't. And the bunch of people who did it were fucking illegal migrants. but the fucking government won't say shit about it, or anyone fucking else. Like, it has to come down to British citizens to point the fucking atrocities out. But with everything that's happening in this fucking country, it's disgusting. I swear down, we need the fucking. I'm gonna say some really fucking far right stuff here, so pardon my language and French. But the military used to do a coup. Every single fucking citizen of the UK, British blood white citizen of the UK that have been living here for I don't know how long, I don't care how, but everyone who actually respects and gives a fuck about this country, everyone who has blood white to this country, so like me, we all need to get together, we all need to group up, and we all need to fucking charge the fucking government buildings, every single last one of them, from the police to the fucking government themselves, from all the courthouses, everything. We need to commit a massive coup, just like they did in one or two of the other countries that Gen Z have taken over as of recently. We need to do the exact same thing in the UK. We need to abolish our government.
I've heard that a couple times. It was like there was I forgot what they were protesting, but there was a group of people in the UK that were like, "Yeah, hey, we should let everyone in because they're migrants," and then there was a whole bunch of other people literally on the other side being like, "Yeah, no, we probably shouldn't do that," and like everyone had a story about someone getting assaulted by a migrant, and apparently, I watched it. I watched like two different newscasts from them, and they were just like, "Oh yeah, the people that don't want immigration are like far right." They were like far right or something like that, and I was like, "No, that was a thing over there too."
Oh yeah, here's the thing: people think the left and the right is extremely different due to how politics and government runs. Reality is very much the same as what the US has in their politics. We have the left and we have the right. The right one's basically what all the white people want in America and in the same across the world. That's why you have uprising from everyone in every other country. I believe it was Nepal or something that literally had the uprising as of recently. One of the places, and the guy, because I remember a random streamer was traveling around the countries and stuff, and randomly ended up traveling into that country. Yeah, oh, and that's not the only thing. They covered it up. The 80K rapes, the rape gangs and everything, they covered all that up for 40 odd years. No one knows how long, but they've been covering it up for like ever because they're from different countries and all that fucking nonsense racial bullshit.
I heard that once too. I didn't know if it was true though, but then again, I never asked because it's not over here. But I saw that number being thrown around. There were like 80,
It
80
is, it
rapes. I was
is.
like, is that? So that is true. That's something that happened.
Yeah, well, not only that, there are places in the UK and everywhere from Christian churches and everything. And I'm going to tell you this: Christian churches have support groups, and there's a bunch of support groups that have like government, like quote unquote spies and everything in them, because they don't want people actually trying to spread the stories and everything, and all of that. So there are groups that are being constantly we there are groups for these spies and that are constantly going back to the government, mostly Christian, and, they are telling the government about these people and what they're saying. Then and they keep an eye on them because they don't want them to keep on pushing their stories and other things and all that. And there's multiple of these stories that are out there that happened where they offered hush money to these people to keep quiet about their situations and things they've been put through.
That's insane. But also, like, how much money are we talking? Because like, I can't
I
imagine
don't know. I don't know
that
exact because it.
happening, and then the government's just like, we're just going to give you money to not say anything. Like, wait, excuse me?
I don't know the exact amount, but there are quite a lot of stories that are like that, and the amount does change. Keep vary on person.
Jesus Christ, dude. So is there like a party or something that's like trying to stop this or something? Because as far as
Um,
as far as I keep hearing, it's like this is just how the UK is going, and everyone just seems to be okay with it. Like no one wants anything done.
it's basically a party that's basically the Republican Party in the UK right now. But for even I'm gonna say this, it's unlikely that the party we have, that even Tommy Robertson is somewhat supporting. uh, In the UK, I don't think they're going to be able to do everything. I believe we need, yes, reform, especially the Republican Party in the UK. But I don't even think reform is going to be able to do everything. I believe it's going to have to be a massive push, and first the demolishment of all government and all buildings in government
I mean, hey,
by the British citizens. And I will say this right now. I would love for American citizens and whoever else and British people that are in America to come back to British to wipe it clean with us. I would love that because half of our pride is with you guys because we basically made USA. So I wouldn't mind if America came in to give us a bit of a kick and a bit of a helping hand to get back our country. Like I said, make the British Empire great again and make America great again. Raise the colours, brothers. Raise the colours.
that would be kind of interesting. Not gonna lie to you. Yeah, and our elections are not really legit. I don't think they're legit. Doesn't seem like it.
Also, there's a lot of people speaking about it, and a lot of people are only waking up to what's happening in the UK. This shit's been happening since I was 13 years old, and I noticed it since then. I have hated what's been happening to this country since I was 13. You think Tommy Robinson was the first president? No. There was a group of people even before Tommy Robinson and all that were despising against everything that's happening in the UK. We still despise it, but because of how
Rip.
That is what it is.
anyway, I'm back again. Because of how society was, we basically got silenced and pushed back and treated like shit. So all of us shut up about it. But there's a good. But now everything is as it is now. I want the push that's been needing for the past 30 years. The one to fix this country and to make it great again. You do not understand the amount of fuckery this country has gone under and this country's been through, and how oblivious the citizens of this country are. You do not know unless you see it through my eyes or people who actually see it for as it is and are informed about this type of shit. You do not know how fucked this country is.
Man. Yeah, I was about to say we should get Lily because Lily's got some opinions as well. I kind of want to know about it because I hear stuff online a lot, but like I want to actually talk to somebody who is living this shit. And so far, the 4 people that I've talked to, and now 5, thanks to you, God, fucking, they're all saying the same thing. But I'm like, if all the people are saying the same thing, why isn't anyone else saying the same thing? So I'm just assuming that the media is also lying to you, like the media is lying to us.
Oh yeah, the media, as you know, them about BBC and everything like that, it's the same across the entire world. The media tells you to not. The media tries to hush it down and basically tells you to not believe your lying eyes. Listen to only us. So here's another story I'm gonna tell you right here. My parents are fucking brainwashed by places like BBC and a bunch of other places. And every time, and this is my foster family specifically here I'm on about. My foster dad used to be in the fucking army for this country. I cannot believe the shit that's coming out of this guy's mouth. He has fought for this country and he's just allowing it. He's brainwashed by the media. Yes, sure, he's an old man and has a bunch of health conditions, but my God, where was your pride? Where were you fought for this country, man? You fought for the betterment for our people, for us. You went to other places in the world to battle on behalf of us and to guard and be, and to be lookouts and stuff like that on behalf of the British.
I've heard the. It seems like a lot of the younger people. Also, it's like that here. A lot of the younger people are just kind of like, yeah. So whatever's going on isn't good, and it kind of needs to change. And it always seems like the older people are like, nah, it's fine. And it's like, it's weird because you guys were the ones talking about how we need to like save and fight for this country, and now
No,
all of a
yeah.
sudden you're just like,
Every time I was growing up in school, the fucking thing we were kept on being told, wait, well, not even Gen Z, but kind of mixture of Gen X and Gen Z. We are the ones that are going to go. We are the ones that's going to make changes to this world. We are the ones that's going to make our country great again. We are the ones who's going to push our country into the light, into the future. We're going to fix everything that sadly the older generation has kind of fucked up. We are ones, but then we get pushed down and told no and told this and told that and all this. It's fucking bullshit. We were told and we were made to believe that we were the next greatest fucking generation.
yeah, that's true. It's like,
And this, I'm
like
going to say this now, and I don't care if people clip and post it, whatever. I know we're not that famous or anything, but my fucking God, British people, British citizens, especially Gen C and Gen X, where's your fucking fire? Where's your fucking passion? We can get stuff like shields, by, black market and other things. But we can get armor and shields and everything. We can make the Crusades happen once again. We can push back against everything that's happening. We can make everywhere great again. The British Empire was the biggest thing in the entire world. We did so much for so many places in the goddamn world. Where is that fire? Where is that passion? The sleeping lion has slept for long goddamn fucking enough. It's time to show the world why you never piss off a British citizen.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Brother passion.
Sorry, I got very passionate there.
Lily was also talking about how in Dearborn, Michigan, it was like that, Wisconsin, and I'm surprised something like this is happening in Texas because Texas would be the first place to just start shooting people. Also,
Correct.
another vet froze to death yesterday who was kicked out of a homeless shelter in lieu of immigrants, which is crazy that you said another vet. Like this has happened before. Where are you? Are you here? Are you in the U.S.? Is that something that happened here? Because like that's kind of insane.
Yeah, Ruby Dark was fired up.
That's why I like the Grey Knights and Warhammer specifically.
The Grey Knights are so lit.
Oh yeah, the Grey Knights are based on Crusaders too.
Yep.
A lot of them. That's why I love the Grey Knights and Warhammer. But there's a reason why I love them so much.
Yes, many vet. Wow.
Yeah, this is on about the UK too. Like she's on about the UK too over here. Like this is happening. The UK systems for veterans and everything is shit, but they're giving migrants, illegals, homes and everything, places to rest and be warm and safe in. The fuck are we doing, UK?
But hey, I have no idea. I just hope it doesn't happen here, and I don't think it's gonna happen here because people got too loud too quickly about it and kind of put the kibosh on that. But I mean, there's still problems. There's still a lot of problems. I just hearing what could have happened. Also, like that in Canada. Apparently, Canada is also having the exact same problem too. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you a story about something that I thought was crazy. Also, hi, Vinny.
I'm back.
Bro, check this out. Check this out. Right? I got a buddy that was born and lived in Canada, and how you know how everyone's like, "Oh, Canada's way better than the U.S." Right?
Mhm.
I stopped thinking that as soon as I learned what happened to him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, apparently, his dad was making like $450,000 a year,
Uh-oh.
and dude's paying 57% taxes. That is insane. But also, tell me something. Tell me something. Tell me something. Chat. Walk with me here. The country you live in is so good that people are leaving it to go where? Guess where they went? They went to fucking Florida. Like, we
Good
as
old.
Americans don't really claim that state at all. We don't. We don't. So if someone leaves Canada for Florida, there's something wrong with Canada.
Most deaf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing that's happening in Dearborn is happening right now, and I'm also calling it.
Oh,
Minneapolis is going to
there
be
we
like
go.
that
I
too.
was losing
You were losing what?
Rip.
Yeah, that's, I
Oh,
don't know what he was saying.
there's a song I do want to play this, but I've thanks to Ruby and his very generous help in creating these songs for me. I have one song I would like to play on stream eventually towards the end.
I think we're getting towards the end.
All right, testing
Right.
2.
Yeah, we hear you, fella.
I can hear him.
Can y'all hear me right?
Yeah, motherfucker left to Florida. That's
No,
fucking
we can't hear you at all, Vinny. We can't hear you at
No,
all.
we can't hear you. We can't.
Okay, yeah, I was having some connection issues. But yeah. Yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like the people that are leaving America and making like a big deal about it, and they're like, "We're going to Canada that has." Well, think of everything that's happening in America, but worse because it's even further over there. I thought that was funny, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we don't like dictators," which I thought was also hilarious because they got rid of the last. Well, actually, technically, the last guy just gave up his position to somebody else with no vote. I was like, "Oh, okay." I thought you guys had to vote, but apparently, no, you don't.
They traded a trash can for a dumpster.
They really did. They really did.
jeez.
Yes, you did, Ruby. Yes, you did.
Yeah, I was
Jeez.
about to say Ruby got me some emotes and shit. And he got me some other pictures that were fucking sick that I'll post at some point.
Before you guys wrap up the show, I did have one more thing.
Go ahead.
Let me ask y'all this. Do y'all love pets? Like
Yes, sir.
dogs, cats?
Yes.
I'm sure everyone has
Yes,
a
I
pet.
like ferrets.
Yes, we love our furry friends. Of course we do.
Ah, yes.
So I went exploring once in a blue moon on Reddit, just
Oh
finding
god.
different groups. And I stumbled upon, and you guys can look it up too, just to see like some terrible people on Reddit. And then I found the subreddit called Pet Free. You guys heard of Pet Free?
No, I don't think I want to,
No.
but go on.
So the description, what they have at the top, is a vent sub for those actively choose to live without pets to discuss issues related to other people's pets. And let's see, and are the growing craziness of pet culture. So, long story short, it's basically just like people that are like, yeah, no, I don't want any pets. It seems fine. But then you read some of them, and it's just like, holy crap! Like these people are like
Some of these
not
people going
mentally well.
bananas, bro.
Like going the extra mile to, well, I don't want to really get into explicits, but they're doing some
Oh,
bad things to pets.
dude, actually,
Oh,
I did hear that because I saw a story on 4chan like a week ago where this lady moved in with her boyfriend, but didn't know her boyfriend had a cat and was like, I don't like cats and all this extra shit. So she went out of her way to find out things that cats can't eat and was like secretly feeding it to his cat. And I was just like,
Oh
oh,
my
okay.
god.
Yeah, and so when the cat died, they were just like, why are you feeding your cat all this? And he's like, I'm not. What are you talking about? And I was like, is there anyone else in the house? And it's like, yeah, my girlfriend. She takes care of the cat when I'm gone. And he eventually put like two and two together. And I was just like, and the craziest part about it, she did an update to it and was like, my boyfriend left me. He thinks I'm a bad person for killing his cat. I was like, okay, dude. Okay.
No, duh.
Damn. Duh.
Nah, no shit. No shit, someone was poisoning a cat. Nah.
Yeah, right.
That's
That can't
fucking
possibly
disgusting.
be the bad guy. Like, excuse me? Like there's too many people that have gotten really, really comfortable saying and doing shit without any type of repercussions. Now, I'm not saying you should be violent in any way, shape, or form, but what I am saying is if I found out that someone was poisoning and then eventually killed my cat due to their poison, they will die. What are we talking about here?
Yeah.
That is
Those
insane.
them's is fighting terms.
Yeah. Oh my god. People got too comfortable with not having their face be seen and just doing weird shit. But
The strange world that we live in, behind screens. Some found,
Mm-hmm.
but not all of them.
right?
Hey, Scoob, I sent you the song. So, whenever.
You can play it.
Yeah,
No, you want me to play it? Okay.
Yeah, so like I was gonna say, listen to this real quick. Visited a friend who has a cat. Recently
Oh, God.
visited and had lunch with a friend who owns a cat. Everything went well until I finished my meal and his cat came up to me. It started by jumping up with its front paws and digging its claws into my, fortunately, work pants. It then jumped up on my and proceeded to blow its nose and spread its mucus all over my hand. Then I finally decided to remove my cat by force and go wash my hands. In the process, the cat also naturally covered me with its hair. How do people think this is acceptable to live with? The cat should have just done literally anything else but jump into my lap and blow its nose. God, I fucking hate indoor cats. Actual quote.
I feel like I have. I mean, then again, I don't know. I don't know this cat, but I've had so many cats throughout my life, and I've never once had a cat blow its nose. Period. But what I have
I
had
can
is
imagine like a
cats
sneeze, but
sneeze. Yeah, like sneeze.
No, yeah.
And if
I'm.
you're gonna be mad at a cat for sneezing on you, ooh, you need to seek professional help.
yep, and it's
True.
it's basically a subreddit. Hold on, let me just pull the numbers real quick to see how many people are actually in this subreddit. It's actually kind of insane.
Yeah, there's that many bad people. Also, I mean, cats and dogs, like, bro, especially them, but like your pets, they're a vibe, bro. And I'm not gonna lie to you.
So we're
If,
looking at
if
over 14,000, almost 15,000 people.
ugh, yeah, I don't need to meet them. If I have you come over and my dog don't fuck with you, leave. So straight up leave,
Right?
get out.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But hey, so, guys, this is the song that Ruby made for me, and I've uploaded to my YouTube channel. Are we all ready to hear it?
You're up on the screen. So yes,
Ye-
fella.
We were nameless before the storm, shadows upon the cradle of souls that could withstand. The war screamed our names away until only silence remained. In His light we are remain. They broke us to remake us, blood washed in silver flame. We saw the warp and did not blink, for we were born of His name. The flesh was fear, the mind was stone, the soul was tempered and sure. Those who fell were burned to ash, but from the ash we were reborn. In His Titan's walls of storm and him, we learned the prayer within. No tears, no past, no earthly chain, only the emperors will remain. Born of silence, forged in flame. We have no past, we have no name. By blade and prayer, by wrath and grace, we cleanse the stars of His disgrace. In argent light and crimson shade, the Emperor's hand is where we're made. A mother's face forgotten Him, a child's cry drowned in the din. Our dreams were caged, our souls refined in silvered halls of Titan's mind. Where brothers fell, we carved their names upon the walls that burned with flame. Our ghosts are gone, our faith remains. The silence whispers what we became.
And there you go. There's your little preview of God of Mysteries song that he made with Ruby. There you go. Hot dog, hot damn, hot sham, and hot blam.
Who is that
What?
about?
Something that he and Ruby made together.
Yes, I mean,
I was thinking.
Ruby.
I heard it. It was like Necrons? No?
No, it was Grey Knight. It's about I made it feel like kind of like the when the Grey Knight is first born, because the Grey Knight is also very heavily inspired of not Custodies. What they're called again? The Crusaders. That's what I wanted. It's Warhammer. It's Grey Knights.
Yeah, I was wondering who it was. Okay, it was the Grey Knight. I don't know much about the Grey Knights, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
know they're great, though. From what I've heard, they seem pretty fucking sick. I need to do a deep dive into them.
What did you think of the song, guys? May I ask? Any opinions? Any at all?
I liked it. It was pretty good.
It sounded like it was going to be a sea shanty. I'm not going to lie to you. That's kind of the vibe I was getting at first.
It does give me, yeah, it does kind of give me that sea shanty vibe too.
Right. I'm fucking with that. I love sea shanties, bro.
Yeah, I played that song, Ruby. I played that song. But yeah,
We need to get
that's one. Go
What?
on.
Hmm?
You first.
Oh, I just said we need to get Lily on here.
I was gonna say that's one of my favorites. One of my favorites. That song is right there. So
Yeah, Lily, hit us up if you want to come on. We welcome everybody.
yeah. So yeah, next week, Lily, if you want to join us and talk about the things you want to talk about, I'm more than happy to talk about and discuss.
Yes, I gotta hear this.
We need more people here, you know. We need people.
Yep, for sure.
All right, you fellers got anything else for us?
No, I was about to
No,
say
that's
wrap
it.
it up.
I got nothing, man.
All right, let's start with our boy Vinny. Go ahead and do your promo again.
I already know I already did my little exit, but then I pop back in, so I'll do my shameless plug again. Y'all want something good to drink? Something that'll keep you awake, keep you focused, something that actually tastes pretty damn good? Go to Advanced GG. Use code It's Cousin Vinny at checkout. Save you a little bit of money, get you 10% off, as well as follow me on Twitter, follow me on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, join in for the fun. I'm going to be streaming some Fallout here after the pod's over, so look forward to that. That way we can continue and vibe and kind of hang out.
There you go. God of Mysteries.
If you all would like to follow me on X or on YouTube whenever, I will be watching the live chat afterwards. I'll be hopefully trying to keep my one open once I figure out how to do that in the next one. But I'm always going to be around hiding in the shadows. If you want to listen to my songs, just go to my YouTube page. And hopefully in the future, I'm going to be releasing more with the help of my best friend Ruby Sever. He's in the chat. Say hi to him and also follow him if you haven't. Other than that, I'll see you guys later.
Mr. Plague Doctor.
Yeah, I mean, follow me or don't. I don't really care. I'm not your dad, but also I just shit post a lot, and I have like 3 channels that are launching relatively soon. So if you know anybody who makes thumbnails pretty well, let me know.
Oh, hit me
Other
up,
than
bro.
that,
Hit me up. I got you, dog. Let me know what you need.
oh, word. Okay, shit. All right.
All right, that was our boy, the doctor, living like a doctor. And now we got your local pimp without a limp. What do I got coming up? Every Saturday, Locale Beatdown. That is at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. This week, we're going to be doing our little Thanksgiving show, showing what cards we're thankful for, all that good stuff. Other than that, I just released today Suno Sesh Retrospective, which is a collection of 33 songs from my past 16 albums that I have released. I release an album once a week. I'm trying to do it for an entire year to get to 52. So hopefully I'll get there. But other than that, it's been real. It's been fun, but it ain't been real fun. And we'll see y'all here next time. Later.
We're the crew that sails the X-Street tide, with rum in our hearts and fire in our eyes. Stories and chaos, laughs that bite. We talk our talk through the stormy night. Raise that flag, let the colors spin. Every fool and legend come join in. No map, no plan, just destiny. It's rum and revelry. We ride the waves, we bend the rules. We're pirates, poets, and cosmic fools.